Welcome to the Build Your Network, Elevate Your Career workshop. My name is Stacy Phelps, and I'm a career advisor with National University's Career Services Office. I'll be your host today. So what is networking? Merriam-Webster defines networking as the cultivation of productive relationships for employment or business. The purpose of networking. Some of the benefits of networking allow you to gain insider information about your field of interest. It allows you to tap into the hidden job market because most jobs aren't advertised, which creates less competition. Think about it. For every job that's posted, there can be up to 200 or more applicants. This stiffens the competition. Get job search advice specific to your industry. Find names of contacts for informational interviews and possible employment. 30% of companies have a referral program, and 65% of job seekers have found their current job through referrals. When preparing for a networking event, it's important to do the following. First, make a list, determine your purpose, review, assess, and reflect, do your research, and craft your elevator pitch. We'll go through each one in more detail next. Making a list. Start with what you have and build from there. Think of your existing ties. Brainstorm all areas of your life, not just your professional life. Some existing contacts that you can tap are your classmates, family, friends, neighbors, church contacts, and colleagues from previous or current jobs. Also tap into your alumni network. Join the dominant trade or industry groups in your field of study and attend any industry-related trade shows or conventions. Also, don't forget any volunteers you've worked with. If you haven't volunteered, consider doing so, as it increases your visibility within the community. If you've done any research and learned of people you'd like to connect with or get advice from, put them on their list as well. Think of these people as the connectors. Who might they know in the area of interest, in your area of interest, that can introduce you to? Anyone you know or want to know may hold the key to your next job. Determine your purpose. What do you hope to gain? Are you in the early stage of your career planning and want to get information about possible careers to enter into? Or are you at the late stage of your career planning or job search? Do you want to gain job search advice or get contacts or job leads? Next, you will want to review, assess, and reflect so that you have a solid foundation from which to share your story with those you network with. First, review. Who are you? What do you have to offer? What are you looking to do? Next, assess. Assess your skills, interests, and values. What do you do well? And finally, reflect. What are your greatest accomplishments? What interests you professionally and personally? And what is important to you? Next is research. Research the industry, companies, and possible contacts. Brush up on current industry trends and current affairs. Have a couple of industry-specific topics to discuss and be ready to engage in different conversations. Now that you've made a list of contacts, determined your purpose, and reviewed, assessed, and reflected, it's now time to craft your elevator pitch. So what is an elevator pitch? It is a clear, concise, and targeted form of communication, introducing who you are, what you do well, and what you're looking to do, covering your most compelling aspects and wins, delivered within a few seconds. Basically, the approximate time it takes to ride from the bottom to the top of a building in an elevator. An elevator pitch is important because you only get to show a small sliver of yourself, but in the eyes of others, it represents 100% of who you are. And networking events happen all the time and everywhere. These are just some events that you may need an elevator pitch for, including alumni events and volunteer opportunities. Even the hairstylist or barbershop. You only get one chance to make a good first impression. To draft your elevator pitch, we recommend writing it down. It helps to put your ideas into simple sentences. A general rule of thumb is that it should be no longer than 5 to 6 sentences. It should be quick while leaving your audience curious about who you are. Make sure to personalize it to the audience based on your research. Here is an example of how you could draft your elevator pitch. An elevator pitch is only as good as your delivery. Your job is to make your pitch come to life. The best way to ensure a successful delivery is to practice out loud, on your own, saying all the words. Try to remember important points that you want to make, and it should be no longer than 60 seconds. Next, let's talk about during a networking event. Networking events, as mentioned before, you should seek out and participate in NU's alumni network, in professional association and organization events, and career fairs. Again, you only get one chance to make a good first impression, so confidence is a must for delivering your pitch like a pro. People want to know they're talking to a good, honest, reliable person they can trust and even like. So focus on targeted companies. You want to network with a purpose rather than aimlessly. Your goal is to meet people you can help and those who can help you. You may not know who they are yet, so you may have to mix with a fair number of people to improve your chances. But you should have an overall goal. It helps other people to help you if they know what you were looking for. Have great body language, confidence and excitement about what you're saying. Uncross your arms and make eye contact. Lighten up a little and give people your best smile. Smile and be friendly. Own it with a smile and relax. You're introducing yourself, so you want to be approachable. This means being positive throughout the conversation. And watch their body language as well, including any signs of boredom. For example, they're checking their watch or looking for an escape. Then you can build in and ask only after you've built a relationship with them. It should be something as simple as, what steps do you think I should take to improve my chances of entering the world of work in underwater basket weaving? Or, do you have any tricks of the trade you can share? Do you know someone who you think I should connect with? Exchange business cards or contact information on your cell phones. If you don't have any cards or prefer to exchange information that way so that you can ensure that the contact details aren't forgotten. But it's good for you to have plenty of business cards in case the person you're speaking with asks for one. After the conversation, document the topics discussed on the back of a business card that you received or in your cell phone. Then circulate. Don't stay the whole time making comfortable small talk with the first person or group that you meet. After a while, make a polite excuse. For example, it was nice to meet you. Move around the room, spending 10 minutes with each new person. You will find that you can leave conversations without being rude. Networking means circulating, and most of the people at meetings are aware of this. Here are some starter conversation examples. What do you do for a living? What was your major in college? How did you get into your current field? Be looking for ways that you can help them. One way to do this is to connect that person with someone that you may have already met at the event that may have something in common with them. Practice networking etiquette. The goal of networking is to find a job, not to find a job, but to connect with people who can lead you to jobs. Take a genuine interest in others and make them feel important by remembering the facts, by complimenting their experience, and by asking questions to get them to talk more about themselves so you can learn more about them and how you can help them. Listen to what they have to say and determine their needs. Seek first to help them. Start with a friendly, safe question to strike up conversations, as in those questions on the previous slide. Ask about themselves and their interests. Remember that you are there to help others and that you have useful information and contacts for some of the people that you meet. Gradually, the conversation will turn to you, and then you can give a little background and introduce your focus. Requests for assistance with resources you should access, things you should do, events you should attend, people you should meet, and activities you need to do. Avoid pitfalls. These include not abusing relationships. There is no standard rule for how many phone calls, emails, or visits are too many, but avoid becoming an annoyance and always looking for a favor. Most importantly, don't stalk. Don't be selfish. Share opportunities with others, introduce them to people you know, and offer advice and or resources as a situation lends itself. Don't ask your networking contacts for information about opportunities immediately. This can have a negative effect, and people might sense or see you as threatening if you're too intense and plunge straight into a heavy topic. Rather, simply seek advice or suggestions as mentioned previously. People are more likely to be generous with their time if you ask for their expertise. It's actually a compliment. After the networking event, you want to follow up on all the information and leads. Always email the people you met within a couple of days of meeting them. Remind them of what you are interested in and offer to help. Ask if they would like to connect on LinkedIn. Try not to send a standard email and mention something that you discussed to jog their memory. Send a thank you email for their time, advice, or favors, even if it didn't lead to a job. And always stay in touch and help other people connect to your network, even when you're not job hunting. You may be able to help them, and they'll remember that when you need help in the future. You can become an expert networker and connector. It will help you be successful. Next, let's talk about social media networking. Social media networking can help you build your personal brand and showcase your talent. No matter how creative you get with your resume, it's formatted in a way to present yourself and your skills to future employers. But with social media, you can actually show what you know. Do you have a unique or in-depth perspective on a hot topic in your career field? Write about it on or your professional opinion on LinkedIn or other social media sites that best showcase your professional skills. For example, visual artists can take full advantage of the fantastic potential of sites like Pinterest and Instagram to offer samples of their best work. Writers may want to focus on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn to share published articles and other written work. Social media also allows you to connect in ways that you can't in person. You can network with people literally across the globe. Social media also helps you get recognized by employers. While you're working hard to find a great job that fits your career goals, hiring and recruiting managers are on the hunt for you. And if you're not there on social media, they can't find you. So you really need to be visible for hiring managers and recruiters that mine social media for prospective candidates, even when you're not actively searching for a job. Social media sites also give you a chance to interact with companies that you want to work for to get the inside scoop. It allows you to network and connect with people who can help you. Some of the platforms used for social media networking are Handshake, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. What's cool about Handshake is if you set your profile to community, you can connect with students or alums who have either worked or interned at the company you're interested in. Also, most of the companies have contact information, so you can directly reach the people hiring for the positions you're interested in. And most of the recruiters on Handshake are looking specifically for national university students and alums. Now that your profiles are created, you're now ready to start using them to connect with people and employers. Here are some social networking tips to help you move in the right direction. First, showcase your significant wins. Let yourself and your skills shine. If you just earned a new certificate, add it to your LinkedIn profile and consider sharing it on Twitter. Maybe you finished a pet project that relates to your career field. Instagram those pics and post them online. Use social media to connect with companies and highlight those special skills, your education, and experience that recruiters and hiring managers are looking for. Keep it quiet. Though there is some merit to bragging about your accomplishments, you don't want to broadcast to everyone that you're searching for a job, especially your current employer. Double check your privacy settings and make sure you aren't letting your current employer know you're actively seeking a new position. Also, consider your social media connections with current coworkers. You can also work on your own website as applicable. The majority of hiring managers do online research on potential job candidates before they call them in for an interview. Depending on what type of career you have, it might benefit you to have a website that works as a portfolio for you. For example, those in graphic design, marketing, and so on. Besides showcasing some of your work, you can also post recommendations, awards, achievements, and accolades that you've received, all in one organized space. If a personal portfolio website seems like too much work or is perhaps a little much for your field, add some work samples to your LinkedIn profile instead. It's not as customizable as a personal website, but it serves a purpose. Do research. You can go straight to a company's website to get a sense of who they are and what they do, but also check out their social media profiles and other places you might find them on the web. Read their blogs, posts, and tweets to get a sense of the tone in which they are written and their focus. You can learn a lot about a company from their social media posts, much more so than their website alone. Keep up with the company on social media, which can also come in handy if you're invited in for an interview. Then you'll have the most current information and knowledge that you can reference. There are different types and different ways to use each platform. Let's start with LinkedIn. Use all of LinkedIn's tools for the best advantage. Post status updates to your profile. LinkedIn offers this option each time you sign in. What should you put in your status update? Include news and information that shows you know what's going on in your industry. Provide your insights on topics to show you're up to date on the most current trends in your field. Make sure to tag people in your status update if you're sharing their information. You can also tag companies to let them know that you are mentioning them. Just include the person or company's name with the @ symbol at your update. For example, @Jane Doe, and LinkedIn alerts them to the mention. With Facebook, you can reap the benefits by making specific status updates public with a few clicks. Follow the link on the top of your Facebook page to check your privacy settings. Once there, click on the icon that says followers on the left side of the screen. Then, under follower settings, check the box that says turn on follow. This will give the option to create public updates and for people to follow your public updates. You'll then have the option for your new posts to become public. When you post news and information related to your field and what's new in your industry, you'll add another searchable series of posts to your digital footprint and make it more likely that people will find you when they search for someone with your skills. Next is Twitter. You can demonstrate your expertise on Twitter. You can expand your network and let people know about your expertise when you use it to post updates and connect with others online via their Twitter handles in your posts. You can learn what's new in your field by following Twitter handles from your professional organizations and conferences, even if you haven't personally attended an event. Just search for a hashtag to find tweets from the event. And finally, Instagram. Create a professional profile that posts professional things to talk about. Talk about a big win that you had or post pictures of a project you completed. You can search hashtags specific to your field. Don't limit your hashtag search to general ones, though. Try hashtags specific for your field. Here are the key takeaways from today's workshop. Networking is powerful in building relationships and finding the hidden job market. Start out with your existing contacts and branch out from there. Create an elevator pitch. Take a genuine interest in others. When networking, keep your conversation short and sweet. Seek first to help others. Share your experience and opportunities. Document notes about your conversation so that you can follow up appropriately. Always follow up promptly, and don't abuse relationships. On this slide, you'll learn how to schedule an appointment with us in Career Services. If you would like us to review your resume at no charge, here is how to schedule an appointment and our contact information. You can also send your resume to resume Dropbox at nu.edu to receive written suggestions. Just know that we can't help you if you haven't created a Handshake account. So please email careerservices@nu.edu or call us at 858-541-7950 for assistance with registering. Thank you for attending today's workshop.